Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another beautiful episode of the Miss English podcast. I am your host, Sochata, and today we are talking about something that can truly transform your fluency, the perfect morning routine to improve your English. I feel so energized today because I know how much this is going to help you all.
Good morning, Sochiata. It is such a pleasure to be here in the studio with you. I always say that the first hour of your day is the rudder of the ship. If you steer it toward learning, you will sail toward fluency much faster. I am excited to share some practical steps with our listeners today.
I love that metaphor, Mr. Sarwin. The rudder of the ship. It makes so much sense. I used to wake up and immediately check my social media, but I realized that was filling my head with noise instead of growth. Have you ever felt that morning brain fog where you just can't focus on anything?
Oh, absolutely. We all have. But the secret to breaking that fog is intentionality. When you wake up, your brain is in a state of high plasticity. It is ready to absorb new patterns. If you feed it English right away, even for just 15 minutes, you are setting a linguistic foundation for the rest of your day.
15 minutes? That sounds manageable even for the busiest person. So let's dive into the first step. What should our listeners do the very moment they open their eyes?
The first step is what I call passive immersion. Before you even get out of bed, reach for your phone, but not for social media. Instead, play an English podcast or some English news. Let the sounds of the language wash over you while you are stretching or making your bed. You don't have to understand every word. You are just waking up your English ears.
I do that too. I love listening to the BBC or even a fun storytelling podcast. It feels like I'm inviting an English friend into my room. Does it matter if I don't understand everything at first?
Not at all. In fact, it's better if you don't stress about comprehension. This phase is about rhythm, intonation, and melody. You are teaching your brain that English is the default language for the day. It builds comfort and reduces that fear of the language being foreign.
That makes so much sense. It takes the pressure off. Now, once we've had our coffee or tea, what's the next level? I know many of our students struggle with speaking confidence.
This is where we move to active shadowing. While you are in the shower or getting dressed, try to repeat some of the phrases you just heard. Speak them out loud. There's no one there to judge you. It's just you and the steam of the shower. This builds muscle memory in your mouth and tongue.
I must look quite funny talking to my reflection in the mirror while I brush my teeth, but honestly, it works. I find that if I say a phrase out loud 3 times in the morning, I am much more likely to use it in a meeting later that day.
Exactly. Your brain remembers the physical sensation of speaking. Now, Sochata, what about writing? I know you're a big fan of journaling.
Oh, I am. Journaling is my therapy. For English learners, I suggest the 5-minute English gratitude list. Just grab a notebook and write 3 things you're grateful for, but do it entirely in English. It forces you to look for vocabulary related to your real life and emotions. It feels so personal and meaningful.
That is a powerful technique. When you connect a language to your emotions and your personal values, the retention rate skyrockets. You aren't just learning words, you are learning how to express your soul in a second language.
Express your soul. That is beautiful, Mr. Sarwin. I think many learners forget that English is a tool for connection, not just a subject to pass. But what about those who feel they have no one to talk to in the morning?
Technology is our best friend here. I recommend sending a short voice note to a study buddy or even using an AI language assistant. Just a quick 30-second update. Hey, today I am feeling excited about my project. It creates a social bridge. You are no longer learning in a vacuum.
That's a great tip. We have a community group for this podcast where members send each other morning greetings. The energy in there is amazing. It really helps to know you're not alone in this journey.
Smiling warmly. Consistency is the key. It doesn't have to be perfect. If you miss a day, don't beat yourself up. Just start again the next morning. The goal is to make English a natural part of your life, like breathing or drinking water.
I love that. Make it as natural as breathing. We've covered listening, shadowing, journaling, and social interaction. That's a full body workout for your English before 9 a.m.
Precisely. If you follow this for 30 days, I guarantee you will see a massive shift in your confidence. You will stop translating in your head and start living in English.
With a heartfelt tone. Thank you so much, Mr. Sarwin, for sharing your wisdom with us today. I feel so inspired to improve my own routine now. And to our listeners, remember, every morning is a new chance to become the speaker you want to be. You've got this.
Warmly. Thank you, Sochata. Keep shining, everyone. Happy learning.
That's all for today's episode of Miss English Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and share your morning routine with us in the comments. See you next one. Bye-bye.